Hey guys, welcome back to So That's Gaming. It has been a minute since I've been on here and made any kind of videos. I've aged a few years, it looks like, the whole 9 yards. But those of you who have been coming to my channel for some time, you might have recalled that one of the things I did a video about was the Stargate 3DS. A flash card for the 3DS. Now, it disappeared because it apparently violated some, I don't know. They say it violated some rules on YouTube, which I tried to appeal, but didn't work out. Now, they kept all my other hacking videos up there, the Vita stuff, the Wii U stuff, the PS3 stuff, the other flashcards that I did. But for whatever reason, this one made it. So we're just going to do a quick rundown. If you don't remember this, this is similar to the Sky 3DS card. It won't allow you to run homebrew. It will play only official ROM dumps. So like your cartridges that you backed up. Like I've just demonstrated in a previous video using the Sky 3DS Plus with its SkyDock. You can use it to make actual backups of your physical cartridges. So that way, instead of swapping out cards all the time, you can just leave this card in and have all of your game backups with you wherever you go. Now, what makes this one so different from the Sky 3DS is the fact that this also has, in addition to playing your 3DS backups, it also has a DS mode that will allow you to play, in addition to 3DS cartridges, it'll play DS cartridges, which is pretty cool. So before, I would run, my Sky 3DS for my 3DS backups, and then I would use like a Supercard DS2 for the DS backups and my other consoles and whatnot. So I was swapping between two cards all the time. So anyways, this released with the initial factory firmware 1.0, and then the DS menu files 1.0, which were updated to 1.1, and then some other files were released so that you could use this to NTR boot to install custom firmware. I never did that because, well, I wasn't going to pay that kind of money for an expensive NTR boot card, so no point in doing that. But as you see here, there's a USB, micro USB port, which I'm assuming was going to be used to update the card's firmware. They never did. In fact, if you go to their website, it doesn't exist no more, and you have to find mega links or file trip links, or go to GBA Temp's website to even get the files you need for the DS menu system. In addition to that, there's two buttons. Let me see if I can get that. There you go. There's two buttons. It's kind of a rocker switch. So you like the Sky 3DS with the two button model. You can use this to go through the various games. Now, for DS mode, if you hit both of them at the same time, it'll switch to DS mode, and it will allow you to show your game. So, allow me to power this up real quick. While this is doing that, there you are. So, I'm only showing this because I'm going to go from, I'm trying to figure out an easier way to answer the question, are flashcards still relevant in 2020? Now this is the new year, and I didn't hack my 3DS console because, well, it was still under warranty, and I was still doing the whole flashcard thing. So right now, I don't have anything on my 3DS, nothing fancy. So right now, you see we got Metroid. Now I'm going to hit the button on the Sky 3DS to show how quickly it cycles through ROMs. Much faster than the Sky 3DS. Much faster. Now, all these games are my backups. I don't remember how many I have on. I think I only have I think 12 or 15 games on here. Now, now, because they never updated the card's firmware, there still are a handful of games that don't work on it. And I've also heard that if you attempt to try using them, it can cause damage to your actual working ROMs. I don't know if that means it damages the card or if you just have to copy the ROMs back on there. I'm not sure. But example of one of those, or two of those, is Pokemon Sun and Moon. Neither one of those will work on here because the Pokemon games, in addition to having the regular, I guess, protection on them that can't be emulated, there's another step of protection that keeps them from running. It's like, I don't remember what it's called, but this was supposed to have been updated to version 1.1, 1.2, or 2.0 firmware, but we never got that, so, and we never will, unfortunately. But, so, if you've ever had a DS2, you are probably familiar if we switch this into DS mode. Oh, wait, you gotta push them both at the same time there. It can be tricky. There you go. DS mode. This Alex Rider. Oops, what happened? What did I do? Push a button. Get back here. There we are. And it launches just like the original DS did back in the day. So, let's get to the load up here. And so, here's all my DS games on here. Now, I tried installing a couple emulators so I could see if I can run my Game Boy backups and Genesis and SNES backups, and it didn't work. It won't run Homebrew, unfortunately. So why, I don't know. But if you want to switch to DS mode, you can also see what 3DS games you have. Oh, let me go back. I put my 3DS games. Now, the 3DS games will need to be at the root of your card in order to see them on the main home screen. But see, so they're all right here. I can select whatever one I want, and then we'll say my Super Smash Brothers. I can just hit A on that, and it'll select it and switch out of DS mode and go back to 3DS mode, and it'll basically mount that ROM. Now it takes a second to get back, but there it is. Super Smash Brothers. So pretty cool. Now the whole re-review and tutorial, first look or overview of the Stargate 3DS is done. I wanted to also mention that I do plan on doing another video. We will be installing Luma on this. This is updated to the latest firmware, which came out in December, just at the end of the year, of 11.13. And so we'll be installing custom firmware on this. I'll be showing you step by step. It is super easy. I've already done one of my other 3DS consoles. It's kind of like a proof of concept to make sure I understand what I'm doing. And then we're going to do this one completely unmodified, step by step, from stock to custom firmware. And then my games I will be able to install on here instead of having any kind of flash card. So cool beans. So stay tuned for that. One quick note before y'all go. If you've ever had a flash card, you know that the more games you have on your SD card, the slower the response and reading time is. It can take longer to load a game because it's got to read through your SD card. In fact, I think this card is only a 64 gigabyte. I think 128 is probably about the limit to where you want to go. And so I don't have them on here. I have others on my computer, and they're all unorganized. Now, I met a guy who I've worked with already, and he's awesome, terrific. He offers a great service. If your collection is not quite up to par and very unorganized, this person can hook you up with a drive that's completely set up for you so that you can get your collection all organized. That way it's no more scattered all over the place. It's all in one place, organized by folder, region, etc. That way you can get your collection in shape and organized. So I'm not going to talk any more about it. I'm just going to leave a link to his store in the description. Be sure to check him out. Let him know that you saw or heard about him over here on So That's Gaming. Yeah, go check him out and see what they can do for you. Now, I will warn you, some of the prices can be a little bit steep because, well, basically he's setting up a hard drive or a flash drive or an SD card for you. So you're basically paying for the hardware, whether it be SD card, flash card, or hard drive, and shipping and his time. So it's very reasonable as far as I'm concerned, and I tell you what, be able to get organized. That way, whenever I want to load new ROMs or check out some other ISOs, they're all right there in one place. So thanks again for guys coming back, watching, and thanks for your patience. And I hope to have some other videos upcoming real soon. I'm going to be working on them next weekend. Hopefully we'll get them edited and uploaded all next weekend. It'll be awesome. So look forward to seeing those. Thanks again so much for watching. If you haven't already done so, be sure and click that subscribe button. And to be notified of my future videos, don't forget to hit the little bell icon. And until next time, keep on gaming. Peace.